We saw in the car. These videos they're not like lectures or me telling you guys what to do. I want them to be as relatable as possible. So I want to share with you the good times and the bad times. And also, I kind of want to use these videos as a way for me to get out my feelings or to say them out loud and not feel crazy. So I guess it makes me feel safer or sane by talking on video and uploading on YouTube in the hopes that somebody will watch it. So today is one of those days. Actually, since last week, I it's Lord, it's been rough as far as my anxiety is concerned, and my depression. My depression was pretty. It wasn't as bad as it has been, you know, but it was pretty solid on my off days. I work 4 days a week and then I'm off for 3 days. That's how my full-time schedule is. And I thank God every day because I be needing them 3 days, honey. But I spent 90% of my time on my 3 off days sleeping. Yesterday I slept the entire day and it wasn't good sleep. It was like anxiety ridden. It's a lot of things that I've done personally. Um, and I kind of have my back against the wall. I explained in one of my previous videos, and if you haven't watched it, please check it out. It's the When They See Us. Even though that's about the When They See Us 3-part series on Netflix, I did explain briefly how bipolar kind of works. So I was in a manic for like a good month. Manic episodes, when I'm in the midst of that, I overspend. I splurge. Like, splurge is an understatement. And it gets to the point where I spend more money than I actually have. And it gets to the point where I disregard bills that are actually important, that actually need to get paid. And then when I come out of my manic episode, I'm left with reality that I've spent damn near all my money. And then, of course, after you get out of your mania, you go into depression. And then when you put anxiety on top of the depression, because of things that you did that I don't know how to explain it, that I could have controlled, that just makes the depression even worse. So that's where I'm at. I'm not going to go into great details about my financial situation. Luckily, I do not live on my own. And I do live with my parents due to the intensity of my anxiety. It's just not healthy for me to live on my own. So I'm blessed to not have like a mortgage or rent or utilities. But then I also think, okay, if you did live on your own, would that help you from blowing money whenever you have these manic episodes? I think it would, because I have lived on my own and I did do pretty good, but I was depressed. I was depressed all of the time, but that was also due to my living situation, and my anxiety was like on a scale of 1 to 10. It was on a 30. I also have a video about that too, honey. It's in my suicide story video. So I haven't had really good experiences living on my own. But toward the end of my years living in Atlanta, I didn't have a choice but to live on my own. But that's not what this video is about. This video is basically about how I'm feeling right now. My mind is clear. I'm back on my medicine regimen because I had stopped taking my medicine regularly. So my mood stabilizers are kicked back in. I take Prozac as an antidepressant. It keeps me. It doesn't keep me stable, but my Prozac with my mood stabilizer, it makes things easier. But I still just like my depression. I don't have suicidal thoughts anymore, but my depression just, it makes me feel really low and it gets really bad. I don't have an appetite, and I'm a big girl, y'all, and I love to eat. I've had like viruses and I still manage to eat. But when I'm like going through this type of depression, I don't really like to eat. Yesterday I ate pretty good. Yeah, yesterday I ate pretty good. But then my anxiety kicks in and it makes it feel like my food is just kind of stuck in my throat. And I wanted to get all of this out of my head in hopes of slowing down my racing thoughts so that I can have a decent and productive work shift today. That's where I'm at, you guys. I'm working on my depression. I'm very mindful, of the words that I say, because your tongue and words are so powerful. And your words, I believe your words create the atmosphere around you. So you won't hear me say I have bipolar, or I have anxiety. I usually try to say I've been diagnosed with bipolar. I cope with anxiety, or I deal with anxiety. I deal with depression. I've stopped saying I struggle with anxiety. I struggle with depression because I'm trying to improve my life. The power of the tongue is very impactful. So I'm very, very mindful of the words that I use, especially to describe me and my mental health. So instead of saying that I'm depressed, I'm going to say that I am working through my depression. It's not as bad as it could be. It's not as bad as it has been in the past. I was able to get up. I was able to shower. I was able to drive. I was able to eat this morning. I was able to get to work. So I am functioning, but these last few days, they were just they were a little difficult to get through. So I am working with my anxiety. I hope that I'm able to pull myself out of this financial situation. But I have hope that I can. And, if things don't work out the way that I'm expecting them to work out, then that's okay too. Because I can only control the things that I can control in this moment. I messed up. That's in the past. Now I have to work on the present, and I have to be more mindful going forward when I am in my manic episodes. I have to find other coping skills, whether that is to give my debit card to my mom, to make sure I don't have any access to ATMs. I have to figure out a way to not do these things that are very irresponsible with money. I have to figure out a way. And And so that's what I'm working on for the future. So yeah, that's it, you guys. And I hope you have a great day. Peace and prosperity. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.